Hey guys, hey, I just want to go to the bar, have a couple beers, have a couple brewskis. The last time I seen a movie that had this much Boston accents in it was probably The Departed. Alright? You haven't seen The Departed, check it out. But I ain't gonna go out there on some freaking mission trying to save 20-something guys on a boat because they're out in the middle of a storm and their boat's cut in half. How am I supposed to go out there and save them? I'm sorry guys, that's a terrible... I apologize, Ben Affleck. That's a terrible Boston accent. I won't do it anymore. I'm sorry. The Finest Hours. I forgot who directed it. The Finest Hours, directed by Craig Gillespie, starring Chris Pine, Casey Affleck, and Ben Foster. Also Eric Bana. So if you guys don't know what The Finest Hours is, this movie is based on the true story, the most daring Coast Guard rescue mission of all time. The first hour of this movie was pretty slow. They were just trying to set up a lot of story, trying to set up a love story between Chris Pine and his love interest in the movie. I almost fell asleep. I was so tired just from, watching this. But after you get through that first hour, boom, cuts into the action. So what happens is this tanker is out there in the middle of the storm. The storm is so incredibly bad, I don't know how, but a hole is broken through into the tanker. The next thing you know it, the tanker is in half. One half is able to float, other half goes down with a ton of men on that side of the ship, and they are all going down to their death. If I was on that tanker, I would be pooping my pants. So basically what the movie is about, Chris Pine is one of the main guys who's a part of the Coast Guard. The character played by Eric Bana sends Chris Pine out in a little tiny fishing boat, it looks like, to go save these guys who are out in a giant tanker. How the hell is this little fishing boat gonna save a giant tanker full of men? The main guy on the tanker is played by Casey Affleck, who does a really great acting job in this movie. Casey Affleck, yes, that's the brother of Ben Affleck. He's an amazing actor. He's not the captain of the tanker, but everyone's trying to listen to him because he knows more about the ship than anyone else. So if anyone's going to keep this half of the ship afloat, it's going to be Casey Affleck's character. So Chris Pine goes out and he has a crew of 4 guys total, including him, one of which is played by Ben Foster. If you have not seen the movie Lone Survivor, Ben Foster is in that. Check that movie out. He does a phenomenal performance in that movie. Check that out. I mean, any movie that Ben Foster is in, he's going to do a great job acting-wise. It was very suspenseful watching Chris Pine and his guys on their boat getting through all these terrible, powerful waves. There were some great shots of a wave coming over the top of them, and they go through the wave, underneath the water, and then come above the water, back in the ship still. Looks scary as hell, and I would never want to go through something like that. Guys were really brave, and I commend these guys for doing this. A little nerd nugget for you guys that I really noticed in this movie. There's an actor in this movie by the name of Kyle Gallner, I believe. He played the character Bart Allen on Smallville years ago. Which Bart Allen, if you guys are nerds, you would know that he is a Flash character by the name of Impulse. That's his superhero name. And there's another actor in this movie by the name of Keenan Lonsdale. He plays the character of Wally West on the new Flash show. His character eventually becomes Kid Flash and eventually also becomes the Flash. So I was just kind of nerding out for a moment in the theater while I figured out, oh my god, Bart Allen, Wally West are in the same movie together. That was just a... I'm a freaking nerd. I'm a nerd. After I got done geeking out about the 2 Flash characters in the same movie, I went back to being on the edge of my seat for this last hour. The crew on Chris Pine's boat, they're going through such rough waves that things are being lost out of the ship, and they even lose their compass. They have no way of knowing where to find these guys, but Chris Pine says, he knows these waters, and let alone they do find them, and the rest I will not spoil for you. So if you guys want to check this movie out, you can. Honestly, if I were you, I would wait for Redbox, wait for Netflix. So time to score this movie out of a 10. I'd probably give this movie I'm going to give it a 6. It wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't a very good movie. But I would say the last hour really helped it. It was a lot more suspenseful, and I enjoyed watching some of the rescue part of the movie. So guys, have you seen The Finest Hours? Do you want to see The Finest Hours? Comment below, let me know, tell me what you thought of it. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Instagram at ohheyduh. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, you can find me at hater221. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hit that like button if you liked it. If you didn't like this video, just hit it anyways. Thanks. So guys, until next time, make like a tree and get out of here.